Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'd like to do today is to give you all some tips and tricks on how to write an e-commerce business plan. Also, I want to go ahead and show you all how to go ahead and quickly make a financial model that you can use in your e-commerce business, as well as to later on expand upon that little financial model into a basic profit and loss statement or projections for your business as well. So the way the video is structured is, first and foremost, I'm going to give you all a little bit of background about me, what I do and how I do it. And then from there, I'm going to dive into your e-commerce business plan, as well as the financial model. And then finally, we'll wrap up this little video. Shouldn't take more than about 10-15 minutes. All right, with that said, let's zip through this little handy dandy PowerPoint presentation that I've got concocted for your listening pleasure. First and foremost, I am a business writer, specifically a business plan writer. So if y'all want to avoid all the trials and tribulations and the fun and excitement of writing your own business plan, please pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Be absolutely delighted to write your e-commerce business plan for you. Also, if you're almost done with your business plan, you just need that little bit of push, a little bit of shove to get you up over that edge. I do have numerous books written and published on Amazon in relations to business plan writing, as well as financial projections. So if y'all do want some, if y'all do need a little bit of help like that, go to Amazon.com and check out some of my books. And then finally, I am an adjunct professor as well as subject matter expert in both business and finance. So if y'all need a little bit of help with them financial projections, those pesky numbers tripping you up, but you've got your business plan already written, not a problem. Pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Again, be delighted to assist. All right, infomercial is over. Let's talk about your e-commerce business plan. So tip number one when writing the company description section for your e-commerce business plan is going to be talk about, obviously, your operations. There are so many different ways to structure operations depending on what you're selling. You know, if you're selling widgets or you're selling hair bows, then you're going to structure your business model one way. However, if you're going to be, writing business plans and, selling business plans online or business plan templates online, well, you're going to be structuring your financial, your business models as well as your operations in a different manner. So when you're doing e-commerce, because it's so broad, or even better, if you're a retail shop and you want to go ahead and start selling your products online as well, you're going to have a third different model as compared to the other two examples. So there are a lot of different ways you can structure your business models in operations to exploit opportunities in the e-commerce business. But the commonality for all of them is you need to explain that information in your company description business plan. So make sure you touch on the important information, your name, your location, what you're doing, how you do it, but also touch them into your operations as well. Next is going to be your competitive advantages. There is a lot of industries, a lot of businesses out there in the e-commerce, which means you're going to have a lot of competition. Your competition is not just going to be across the street or down the road or in the same city or in the next city or in the next state. It could be in the next country. It could be around the world. We have a lot of competition going on in the e-commerce industry because it is global. So when you're competing on that level, you got to step it up a notch, and in your business plan, make sure to identify 2 or 3 competitive advantages that you're going to be doing better than not just the local individuals, but people on a global basis. Are you going to have fast delivery? Are you going to have the highest quality products? Whatever it's going to be, make sure you state it and make sure you discuss it and make sure you justify it. And then finally, when you're writing your e-commerce business plan, make sure to include some, 2 or 3 industry statistics. So for example, e-commerce industry right now, it is a $681 billion industry with a growth rate for revenues at about 8.6% annually. That's a lot of money. People are selling a lot of products in e-commerce, and it's growing at an above average pace. So when you're writing your e-commerce business plan, make sure to include these two. Make sure to include statistics. It don't have to be these two, but make sure to at least include some statistics. When you do that, you usually are going to be able to enjoy a couple advantages. First and foremost, when you are including statistics, it shows that you have done research into the industry and it's an excellent starting point for credibility for yourself to show that you are an industry expert. Obviously, 2 pieces of information in the business plan does not make you an industry expert, but you need a starting point, and that's definitely it. Next is you want your document to have credibility. If you say that this is a fact and this is a fact and this is a fact in your company description, when you continue to do that throughout your business plan, once they get to the financial projections and how much it costs to go ahead and start your business, you're now going to have credibility when you're trying to do projections and estimating on things that haven't happened yet. So if you don't have that credibility, the likelihood that you're going to be believed is low. If you establish your credibility throughout your business plan, then the likelihood of saying, you know what, these numbers are going to be accurate or they're going to be close, your credibility is increased because you've included statistics. All right, next is going to be tip number 2. For tip number 2, I'm going to touch on some financial projections. Now, I'm not going to be able to get into a huge financial model showing what your revenues are going to be and how they're going to be broken down and what are the costs on a monthly basis for the next 12 months or 24 months or 5 years. And then here are the profits for next week, next month, next year. This video is not, that's outside of the scope of the video. But what I do want to show y'all to do is to go ahead and create just a real quick, easy to use financial model that might take you about 10 to 15 minutes to make. And once you have it, it's excellent to be able to use in operations, as well as later on you can expand upon that into your financial projections, your pro forma profit and loss statement, income statement, as well as your balance sheet. All right, so with that said, here is that little model I'm telling you about. The way this is structured is I've got it broken into 3 segments. First segment is the revenue segment. Next segment is going to be your fixed cost. And then finally, your monthly profits. So the way that I've structured the revenue segment is what we're going to do is we're going to identify how many customers we're going to be working with or how many customers are going to be buying products on a daily basis. For this example, I'm saying that we're going to be able to achieve 20 customer sales daily, and each one of these sales, on average, the sales are going to be about $45. The final variable in this segment is going to be our variable cost. So if we sell a product for $45, it might cost us $20, including shipping and handling, and actually buying the product or making the product. So we're saying the variable cost is going to be about $20. The mathematical calculations in here for the gross profit, what we're going to do is we're going to deduct the variable cost of $20 from the sales price of $45. It gives us a gross profit of $25. We are then going to multiply that $25 by 20, which is the number of customers we're going to be servicing daily. That is going to give us a total gross profit of $500 daily. Now, since this is an e-commerce business, it's going to be generating revenues on a daily basis every day. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that $500, multiply it by 30, which is numbers of days in a month. That's going to give us estimated gross profits of about $15,000. Next thing what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take that $15,000 and we're going to drop it down here into our monthly profits. Next, we need to go ahead and we need to tackle our monthly fixed cost. So our monthly fixed cost, what we're going to do is we're going to identify a lease. So our monthly fixed cost, we might have a lease for $1,500. We might be kicking out labor for $2,500. Utility is $400, marketing $2,000. Supplies might be $250. Accounting, legal, and insurance could be $400, and then miscellaneous of $750. Once we identify all of our fixed costs, we're going to add them up and total them right here, which for this example is $7,800. We're then going to drop that information down here as well. And so we're going to take the $7,800 and we're going to plug it in down here. Our next section and the final section is going to be our monthly profits. So to determine what our monthly profits are going to be, we're going to go ahead and deduct our gross profits of $15,000 from the monthly cost, $7,800. And that gives us net profits of $7,200. Now, as entrepreneurs, we might take a look at $7,200 and we're going to say, you know what, that's just not enough money for us. So what we can now do is we can change our profits or we can change our revenues. We can lower our costs or change our costs to target our monthly profits. So let's say we're going to go ahead and we're going to target, we're going to want 25 customers, 24 customers, 23 customers. Nope, we want 24 customers. So let's say we need $10,000 for net profits. So now what we've done is we've moved our numbers around how many customers we need on a daily basis in order to achieve those net profits. So now in this example, we need 24 customers daily at an average sales price of $45 with variable cost of $20. If we achieve these numbers here, then as long as we maintain our cost, we will be able to hit or exceed our net profits. All right, so hopefully this is helpful to see how not only can we go ahead and quickly identify some price points and align and total up our costs, but this is also an excellent starting point to go ahead and expand upon it for our pro forma financial projections. All right, so hopefully that information was helpful. And in summary, when you're writing up your e-commerce business plan, make sure to follow a proven format. So for example, if you go to the SBA website, you can go ahead and download for free a business plan template that can be used for your e-commerce company. And it can be used for a restaurant, and it can be used for a manufacturing company, and a shipping company, and a trucking company, and a lawnmower company, and a building company, and a real estate company. It can be used for all these industries. However, what you are now faced with is identifying what segments you need for your business and which ones are aligned for a different industry. So it can be a little bit challenging. So when you're working with when you're trying to write your plan, you need a structure. You use some kind of a template that's more geared towards the e-commerce industry as compared to just a general template. Next is going to be keep the star of the show as your business. All too often I'll get a business plan emailed to me and I'll be asked to edit it. I take a look at the business plan and skim over it. And by the time I'm done skipping over it, I know so much about the business owner and I have no idea what the business does. Or even worse, I read through it and I get all these stacks of statistics and figures, and I have no idea who wrote it, what the business is about, but I've got a real great understanding of the industry that it's going to be competing in or its competitors. So when you're writing up your business plan, make sure to keep the star of the show as the business. And then finally, if you need some help with your business plan, if you need some help with your financial projections, please reach out. Give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. Be delighted to help. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you all do want some more information on how to write an e-commerce business plan, just zip over to my website at qualitybusinessplan.com/how to write an e-commerce business plan. Also, if you do want a template that is aligned with the e-commerce industry, then you can go ahead and go to my website as well, qualitybusinessplan.com/e-commerce business plan template. My template does have industry research completed based on the e-commerce industry. It's got a financial model set up that can be used for the e-commerce industry as well. So it gives you a good foundation. All right, so hopefully this information and video was helpful. As always, if you liked it, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. And as always, again, have a great day. Thank you.